rain, watching all my troubles go swinging down the drain. Singing through the soap suds, life is full of hope. You can sing with feeling while feeling for the soul. Oh, the ring around the bathtub isn't so nice to see, but a ring around the bathtub is a rainbow to me. Reaching for the towel, ready for a rub. Everybody's happy when singing in the tub. Why am I excited? Why am I so gay? Why am I delighted? Oh, what day is today? Pardon my elation, everything's just right. I get inspiration every Saturday night. Singing in the bathtub, sitting all alone, tearing out a tonsil just like a baritone. Never take a shower, it's an awful pain. Singing in a shower's like singing in the rain. Oh, there's dirt to be abolished, but don't forget one thing. While the body's polished, sing, brother, sing. You can yodel opera, even while you scrub. Everybody's happy when singing in the tub.
Hello and welcome to another Thursday night record party. My name is Harry Arends, and we're here to play your requests. We're here every Thursday night, so please join us whenever you can. If you could sign on to chat, take a second right now and just sign on, say hello. Even if you just want to let this run in the background, which is perfectly fine. It's a good show to do that with. But if I know you're there, even if you don't request something, oftentimes I know you well enough to play something for you. So please sign in. It's nice to have all of our friends on a Thursday night together. Also on YouTube, if you subscribe to the channel, they'll keep you notified when we're doing anything. So it's a good way for us, just an easier way to keep track of when the shows are happening. There is a delay between what I'm saying right now and when you are actually hearing it. We don't have that delay in the chat room, but there is a delay here. So if you're writing to me a note about something that you're seeing on the screen, I'm getting it much later than you think I am. This show is about artifacts. We're playing directly from the original records, and that's what's really fun, is that we actually get to see, touch the original artifacts. So welcome everybody. We have a bunch of songs that we're either that you wrote to me about in advance or that we didn't get to last week. So we're going to get to those tonight. Starting off with this one, which was a request for Pistol Packin' Mama by Al Dexter and his orchestra. This was written by Al Dexter. It was a big World War II hit. It went on to have a life with Bing Crosby and the Andrews Sisters and some other people. But this is the Al Dexter original version from 1942 of Pistol Packin' Mama.
Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. She kicked out my windshield, she hit me over the head. She cussed and cried and said I'd lied and wished that I was dead. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Drinking beer in a cabaret and dancing with a blonde, until one night she shot out the light, bang, that blonde was gone. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. I'll see you every night, babe, I'll woo you every day. I'll be your regular daddy if you put that gun away. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Drinking beer in a cabaret and was I having fun, until one night she caught me right and now I'm on the run. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down. Now there was old Al Dexter, he always had his fun, but with some lead she shot him dead, his honking days are done. Lay that pistol down, babe, lay that pistol down. Pistol packing mama, lay that pistol down.
Pistol Packin' Mama by Al Dexter from 1942. That was for Jeff. This was a request from a friend of mine, early Teddy Wilson Orchestra, and from 1935, an early recording with Billie Holiday doing the vocal on Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, get you troubled by the toe. If it hollers, let it go, let it fly away. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, it's the saying high and low. Hear it everywhere you go, any time of day. Big band rings it, ballet sings it, Whiteman swings it, even Mr. Crosby bings it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, gets you troubled by the toe. If it hollers, let it go, let it fly away.
That was Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo with Teddy Wilson and his orchestra, Billie Holiday vocal. Just a reminder, everybody, if you're just checking in, please sign into the text and say hello so that we know that you're here. It's really a lot more fun when we know who's in the room. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Also in the description, if anybody's inclined, there's a tip links for Venmo and for PayPal. This one is for Jeff. Jeff, you talked about Cab Calloway, and I'm always fascinated by an artist's first record. So this is Cab Calloway's first record that he did under his name, solo under his name. It's from 1930, and it's a song called Got a Darn Good Reason. Cab Calloway and his orchestra.
Attractive and active and clever and neat. I got a darn good reason now for being good. Keep up the love, I'm hazy and I'm crazy. I'm craving for more. She's willing for billing and she cools like a dove. Got a darn good reason now for being good. I was just around her, turning my time into dime. But now it's different, since this loving baby came away. Oh, she kills me and she feels me, she has it back and both. She knows it and she shows it wherever she goes. I got a darn good reason now for being good.
And a gong at the end on top of it. That was 1930. Cab Calloway was born in 1907, so he was, what, 23 years old when he did that record. Just as a reference, you know. Jeff, you had talked about Don as Piazzu, who sort of introduced Cuban dance music here, especially um, rumbas and things like that. He had the Havana Casino Orchestra, and Victor signed him, and he introduced the Peanut Vendor here. This is a different recording than that. This is his recording of the Voodoo on Victor. So here's the Voodoo. That was Don Oz. I never can remember how to pronounce his name correctly. Ozpiazu. And I did pull Peanut Vendor if we'd like to do that. Somebody asked last week, it's like, how does this work? It's like, well, you guys request something, then I have to look up what the original catalog number of the record is, and then while we're playing one record over here, I'm running into the stacks to pull the next record out so that we can have it ready by the time that the song ends. It's kind of like a Keystone Cop comedy here, but I pulled the Peanut Vendor because it's such an important recording, and you don't hear it very often. So here's Peanut Vendor from 1930.
te quieres por el pico divertir, cómete un cucurruchito de mamey. Calentico y rico está, ya no se puede pedir más. Ay, caserita, no me dejes ir, porque después te vas a arrepentir y va a ser muy tarde ya. Manicero se va. Manicero se va. Caserita, no te acuestes a dormir sin comerte un cucurrucho de mamey. Cuando la calle sola está, casera de mi corazón, el manicero entona su pregón, y si la niña escucha su cantar, llama desde su balcón. Dame de tu mami, dame de tu mami, que esta noche no voy a poder dormir sin comerme un cucurrucho de mamey. Me voy. Me
They claim that record sold 1 million copies. Now, I'm not quite sure how they computed in 1930 how many copies were sold. Maybe they know how many they made. Subtract the ones that got returned. I don't know how they do that, but they claim it was a 1 million seller, and it's a really important recording. I wish Eve was here tonight, man, because I'm going to play right now a song by James P. Johnson and Andy Razoff that she played on Tuesday night. This version is the version by Pinky Tomlin. Pinky Tomlin wrote The Object of My Affection and you know, did so many things. But this one's a really interesting. This song was introduced in the Kitchen Mechanics Review in 1935. This is Pinky Tomlin singing A Porter's Love Song to a Chambermaid.
I will be your dustpan if you will be my broom, and we will work together, honey, all around this room. I will be your clothespin if you'll be my pulley line, and we'll hang out together, baby, won't that just be fine? Now I will be your dishpan if you will be my dish, and we'll be thrown together Oh, what more could we wish? I will be your razor, if you'll be my razor blade. This is just a porter's love song to a little chambermaid. I will be your dustpan, if you will be my broom, and we will work together, honey, all around this room. I will be your clothespin, if you'll be my pulley line, and we'll hang out together, baby, won't that just be fine? Now I will be your dishpan, baby, if you will be my dish, and we'll be thrown together. Oh, what more could we wish? I will be your window, if you'll be my window shade. This is still a porter's love song to that same chambermaid.
Sweet version of that song, I think, and then not heard that often. Graham, you wanted Rockin' Chair by Mildred Bailey. She's a favorite of mine. I've got an autographed picture of her in the hallway that's autographed to my great uncle, who was a trumpet player. And she was, of course, married to Red Norvo and brothers with Al Rinker, who was one of the rhythm boys with the Paul Whiteman Orchestra, sang with Bing Crosby. So here is her first recording of Rockin' Chair. And I have the year right here somewhere. You have to go to the book sometimes, you know. 1932. Here we go.
Old rocking chair got me, came by my side. Fetch me that gin, son, for I tan your hide. Can't get from this cabin, go nowhere. Just sit me here grabbing at the flies round this rocking chair. My dear old Aunt Harriet, in heaven she be. Send me sweet chariot, or the end of these troubles I'll see. Old rocking chair gets it, Judgment Day is here. Chained to my rocking chair. that ginseng, or I tan your hide. Can't get from this cabin, go nowhere. Just sit me here grabbing at the flies round this rocking chair. My dear old Aunt Harriet, in heaven she be. Send me sweet cherries for the end of these troubles I'll see. Old rocking chair, get this, Judgment Day is here. Chained to my rocking
I never get tired of listening to her. She is just amazing. Um, we could do a whole night of just her. We should pick a night and just do that. That'd be fun. So beautiful. Left turn here. We're going to do a Fox test pressing. This is one of the playback discs that were distributed at the studio lot. Is a one-sided record. This is the records that the artists would rehearse to or that they would use for playback on the soundstage. And they would be distributed to the producer, the director, obviously anybody who would have to be performing in the song number. And in this case, that would be Ethel Merman and a bunch of girls. The song is from Alexander's Ragtime Band, and it's My Walkin' Stick.
Take away my high hats, take away my favorite tie, take away my white spats, I'll still get by, but my walking stick, you simply must let that be. I mean, you can't take that away from me. Without my walking stick, I'd go insane. Can't look my best, I'd feel undressed without my cane. Must have my walking stick, 'cause it may rain, and when it pours, can't be outdoors without my cane. If I ever left my house without my walking stick, it would just be something I could never explain. The thing that makes me click on Lover's Lane would go for naught if I were caught without my cane. If I were caught without my walking stick, I would go insane. Ta-da-da, ta-da-da-da-da. Can't go to town without my walking stick, because it may rain, and I can't be outdoors when it pours without my cane. If I ever left my house without my walking stick, it would just be something I could never explain. 'Cause the thing that makes me click on Lover's Lane would go for naught if I were caught without my cane. If I ever left my house without my walking stick, it would just be something I could never explain. The thing that makes me click, that really turns the trick on Lover's Lane, would go for naught if I were caught without my cane.
Obviously, that transitioned into another part of that song. Um, if you noticed the horn, the syncopated horns at the beginning, that was a substitute for a verbal countdown, 1, 2, 3, 4, so that they would know when the downbeat was. So interesting to hear that. I'll show you the back of the record because Brian is fascinated by these things. Here it is. Can you pick it up and hold it in the light a little bit differently? Yeah. There you go. They're kind of cool. Anyway, Jeff, I hear you were doing yard work listening to Benny Carter today. Did you hear too much of him? I was going to throw one in here for you. This is the riff song by Benny Carter. Benny Carter had a really long life. He lived from 2007 until 2003, and he played the sax and the clarinet and the trumpet. And this is a recording from 1939 called The Riff Song. Wow, the riff song by Benny Carter. Lee, it appears that Joaquin Garay, his only records were reissues from the soundtrack of The Three Caballeros. They didn't do any commercial recording in the United States that I'm aware of. I could find any information about. And the funny thing is that I did. It's not like I'm not doing due diligence here, but I do have the album set that was issued for the Three Caballeros, but he's not on it. And sadly, I only have one of the two records. Even so, though, it's like he's not there. So, but he is on the reissues, the CD reissues and stuff for Disney. Um, I have here a really interesting Ruth Etting recording. I love Ruth Etting, and Janet loves Ruth Etting, and I was going to play this for her, but I'll play it for all of us. She'll probably hear it later. Ruth Etting was sort of maligned by the fact that she had a gangster husband, and so a lot of people assumed that he had bought her way when it came to her career. And in some ways that was true, because she did get into the best clubs, and she got a lot of personal contacts because of that, and the industry just sort of dismissed her as a marginal talent, and that wasn't true. This is an interesting recording. This is after she left Columbia. It's a Conqueror label, and it's a recording that most of us recognize as a song that's associated with Pat Boone. And frankly, I didn't know that it was an old record until I found this one. Here's Ruth Etting from 1931 singing Love Letters in the Sand.
On a day like today, we pass the time away, writing love letters in the sand. How you laughed when I cried each time I saw the tide take our love letters in the sand. You made a vow that you would always be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my poor heart just aches with every wave it breaks over love letters in the sand. The sunbeams kissed the sand. My fate was in your hands the day I met you, dear. And though I find you've gone, your memory lingers on. I can't forget you, dear. On a day like today, we pass the time away, writing love letters in the sand. How you laughed when I cried each time I saw the tide take our love letters in the sand. You made a vow that you would always be true, but somehow that vow meant nothing to you. Now my poor heart just aches with every little wave it breaks over love letters in the sand.
Ruth Etting with Love Letters in the Sand from 1931. Lee, you wanted Blue Skies, and I have so many versions of it, but we haven't played any Duke Ellington since we started doing these Thursday night parties, so it's probably time. So here is a version of Blue Skies performed by the Duke Ellington Orchestra. Wow, that one sure got to the shelf before getting to the bathtub. We'll send it there next. It's a pretty hard to find Ellington track. He was recording for Musicraft back after the war. A lot of the jazz musicians got canned after the big Petrilla strike, and so they ended up going with all these independent labels, and that's what happened with Ellington. I'm going to come back to Ray Gilbert in a minute, and we'll hear him. But first, we're going to do the BS song of the evening. There should be sound effects here or something. At least maracas, you know. Every week, Brian gets to pick. This BS song is the Brian selection, and it's selected from all of the party records that we have here. Party records were adult-themed records that you could maybe buy at your local record store under the counter if you were old enough, or at your local cabaret or nightclub. But they were not just commercially sold, and they were off color, and they were usually a lot of fun, and they were called party records because you would play them at a party, and that's where we are right now. So Brian's selection for the evening is by Ben Light and his Surf Club Boys. It's approximately dates from 1938. With these records, it's kind of hard to date them. Some we have information on, some we don't. This is one we don't. And the song title is it true what they say about Trixie?
Greetings, friends, I know you've heard the song hits of the year. Did I remember? No regrets, and knock, 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 who's there? I have heard those songs myself and many, many more. But there's one thing that puzzles me that I just can't ignore. Is it true what they say about Trixie? Or do the boys hang around just for fun? Does the milkman come each morning and leave as in a dream? Do all the people get skim milk while Trixie gets the cream? Is it true what they say about Trixie? Do you think that she has hidden charm? Is she keen for romance when she comes out of her trance? If she is, that's where I belong. Is it true what they say about Trixie? Or do the sailors go there by mistake? And when she took the milkman walking, why should it cause surprise? He may have gone along because he needed exercise. Is it true what they say about Trixie? Will she do anything, anytime? Do they say she's pretty good since she's gone Hollywood? If she has, that's where I belong. Oh, is it true what they say about Trixie? Does she make all them come back for more? Just because she has a Lincoln and everything that's swank, that doesn't mean she got the dough from Baby Brothers Bank. Is it true what they say about Trixie? Or did her pa buy that shotgun just for fun? Is she one to adore or just a little bore? Well, so long, boys, that's where I've gone.
All right, we're getting really low on the totem pole there. Is it true what they say about Trixie? Listen, I'm so encouraged to know people that knew Ray Gilbert. That's really cool. We have a lot of talking to do. This is Ray Gilbert with Charles Wolcott and his orchestra. doing their recording of the Three Caballeros. I was lucky enough to produce the laser disc version of the Three Caballeros, and we dug into all of the extraneous stuff. There were a lot of recordings that never made the screen, and we put together storyboards for things that never got made, and it was a total joy to work on that project. So revisiting Three Caballeros for me is really special. Here's Three Caballeros, Charles Wolcott Orchestra with vocal by Ray Gilbert.
We're three caballeros, three gay caballeros. They say we are birds of a feather. We're happy amigos, no matter where he goes. The 1, 2, and 3 goes, we're always together. We're three happy chappies with snappy serappies. You'll find us beneath our sombreros. We're brave and we'll stay so. We're bright as a peso. Who says so? We say so. The three caballeros. Oh, we have the stars to guide us. Guitars here beside us to play as we go. We sing and we samba, we shout ay caramba. What means ay caramba? Oh yes, I don't know. Oh, through fair or stormy weather, we stand close together like books on a shelf. And pals though we may be, when some Latin baby says yes, no, or maybe, each man is for himself. Like brother to brother, we're all for each other. The three caballeros forever will stay.
Three Caballeros from the soundtrack album that came out at the time. Very interesting thing. Dominic, are you on here? You said you were coming tonight, but I haven't seen your name on the thing, and I haven't been pestering everybody all along to keep signing in. My friend Dominic and I share a wonderful passion for the music that George Formby created in England. And this is one of his standards, one of his big hits that he had. This is from a show called Keep Your Seats, Please. There's an interesting story about George Formby before I do this. George Formby only could play the ukulele in one key. So he had multiple banjo ukuleles that were all tuned to different keys depending on what he needed for his performance. So he would switch out his banjo uke depending on the key of the song that he was playing. And Dominic has one of those banjo ukuleles, which I've had the pleasure of holding in my little hand. Here's George Formby singing When I'm Cleaning Windows.
and an honest bob. For a nosy Parker, it's an interesting job. Now it's a job that just suits me. A window cleaner you would be if you can see what I can see. When I'm cleaning windows, honeymooning couples too, you should see them bill and coo. You'd be surprised at things they do. When I'm cleaning windows in my profession, I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. The blushing bride, she looks divine. The bridegroom, he is doing fine. I'd rather have his job than mine. When I'm cleaning windows, the chambermaid, sweet names I call. It's a wonder I don't fall. My mind's not on my work at all. When I'm cleaning windows, I know a fella's such a swell. He has a thirst that's plain to tell. I've seen him drink his bath as well. When I'm cleaning windows, oh, in my profession, I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. Pajamas lying side by side, ladies' nighties I have spied. I've often seen what goes inside when I'm cleaning windows. There's a famous talky queen. She looks a flapper on the screen. She's more like 80 than 18. When I'm cleaning windows, she pulls her hair all down behind, then pulls down her never mind, and after that pulls down the blind. When I'm cleaning windows in my profession, I'll work hard, but I'll never stop. I'll climb this blinking ladder till I get right to the top. An old maid walks around the floor. She's so fed up one day I'm sure she'll drag me in and lock the door. When I'm cleaning windows, when I'm cleaning windows.
George Formby. Graham, you make me laugh. That's very funny. Ted, you wanted to nominate Trixie for president. So before we do our last song of the evening, I'll throw in one more here. We'll nominate somebody else for president instead of Trixie.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a gal who never wanted to mix into politics, but my country needs me now, 'cause it's in one awful fix. You men have been running the USA for years, you've had full sway. I think it's a crime and just about time that we women had our way. You men have ignored the women, you've always been unfair. What we need is a woman now in the presidential chair. I ran for president 4 years ago, but Mr. Truman got in. Like William Jennings Bryan, I keep on trying, and this time I'm going to win. My presidential boom is going to be big and strong, and from now on, you'll hear this campaign song. Sophie Tucker for president, your candidate for 1952. On the day that I'm elected, all you gals have been neglected will be furnished with a lover tried and true. You just vote for Sophie Tucker for president, and I guarantee a better deal for you. You women who have husbands who just go to bed and snore, I'll pass a law, I'll make them be as amorous as of yore. Like Dr. Pepper, they'll be good at 10 and at 2 and at 4. You vote for Sophie Tucker for president, your candidate for 1952. And here is my platform. When I'm elected, I will see to it that we women get our rights. we'll not only have better days, but more enjoyable nights. We've been getting the old 1-2 from all of you politicians, when what we want is greater affection and better loving conditions. We now have government controls on all kinds of merchandise. When I get in, we're going to begin to put controls on all you guys. We'll put a control on every old wolf who's cheating on his spouse, and we'll freeze what he's got to cheat with before he leaves the house. And when it comes to the forgotten man, I'll go one better than Mr. Truman. I'll put every forgotten man with some forgotten woman. And if they need information on that popular indoor sport, instead of the congressional record, I'll send them the Kinsey report. For the betterment of our widows, you can't beat the Tucker plan. In every closet, a new mink coat, and every boudoir mat. You may get a widow's pension now, and may be all right. But what good is a pension on a cold and rainy night? What you women need is a guy like Clark Gable to call on you every night at 9 with a big, long, kosher salami and a bottle of Manischewitz wine. He'll take care of your welfare in a manner you'll adore. And you can call up your psychiatrist and tell him you don't need him anymore. That's why I say we've got to have a woman in the White House. Women are doing everything today. We have women doctors.
Hooray for the women doctors!
We have women lawyers.
Hooray for the women lawyers!
We have women plumbers.
Hooray for the women plumbers!
In fact, there's very little difference between a man and a woman.
Hooray for that little difference!
Stop your heckling, please. Here is the most important issue. When it comes to the policy of foreign affairs, may I modestly say, I've had a couple of foreign affairs and I handled them okay. I'll take care of those Russian diplomats who do nothing but stall and disagree. Because when I get through with those guys, they'll have no strength to veto me. There's a big difference between war and peace. One fact you can't ignore. No man yet has ever said, I've just had a darn good war. So vote for Sophie Tucker for president in 1952.
All right. I didn't want to get political tonight or anything, so thank you everyone for coming and coming out. We have one song that will take us out tonight. This is a group called the Charleston Chasers, and they were really a house band for Columbia. It was headed up by Red Nichols, and he has Miff Mole on here and Vic Burton. I mean, the players are really terrific. All the Charleston Chasers records are really fun. This dates from 1927, and we're wrapping up the evening with Feelin' No Pain. Good night, everybody.